Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Hershey, and based on the title you must be thinking, what contract did Hershey sign? Is it a deal with the devil, or did I sell my soul to be more creative? Well, none of that. So for the past couple of weeks I've been stuck in an art block. I didn't know what to create or what to draw. It's been a couple of days since I felt creative. And that led me to this Google search. I was like, how to be creative again? Any creative sources or any books that I can check out? And that led me to this book called The Artist Way by Julia Cameron. It was introduced in the year 1992 and it has been helping people ever since. The book's whole idea is you don't have to learn how to be creative, you already are creative. You've just buried that part of yourself under the mountain of self-doubt, perfectionism, and that inner critic who thinks they're qualified enough to judge a rough sketch before it's even finished. So for 2026, I decided to try something different. The book actually presents a contract and I signed it. It's basically a 12-week promise to myself to take small steps towards unblocking my creativity. The program works with two main tools. The first one is the morning pages. Every single morning, you write 3 pages by hand, complete stream of consciousness. It's not poetry and it's definitely not meant for anyone else to read. It's basically a brain drain. You just dump everything onto the page. The worries, the grocery list, the overthinking, or even writing I don't know what to say onto the paper until you're filled with 3 pages completely. There is no wrong way to do it because these pages aren't meant to be art. They're just mental decluttering to make room for ideas later. Sometimes in the middle of all this mess, a tiny idea might pop up and you can just circle it out and come back to it later on if you feel like you have to work on it or take it forward. On a side note, it's been a couple of days since I started doing the morning pages, and to be honest, I wrote that I should document my experience, and that idea eventually led me to start this mini series here on YouTube. This is actually my first time making content like this, so it probably won't be perfect. But what matters is I'm trying and I'm happy with that. I also really like the idea of writing in the morning because I can act upon it if I want to do something or achieve something. The second tool here is the artist date. I really like the concept of artist date. Once a week you take your creative self on a mini date, just you and your inner artist. Maybe you wander through a vintage shop, watch a random movie, or go for a walk looking for interesting colors. But the rule is no friends, no scrolling, and zero company. It's about letting your inner child play without worrying about being productive. Because imagination at play is actually the heart of all good creative work. And the goal here is simply to gather new inspiration. If you think about it, creativity is like a well, or better yet, a lake. Inside that lake, there are all these ideas. Big fish, small fish, weird colorful ones, swimming everywhere. When we create something, we are basically dipping a bucket into that lake and pulling it out. But if you keep fishing without ever putting anything back in, the lake eventually goes dry. You start overfishing your own mind. The artist date is how you refill that lake. Every weird texture you see or every color you see and anything that you collect, they all go into that very ecosystem for later on. And the funny thing is, the second you try to schedule this artist date, you suddenly get busy. Your mind would be like, you don't have time for this, you have to be productive, or there's no time for this play. But that exact resistance is what proves that you have to do it. That's what the author says. It's like the sign that you have to go on that artist date, explore, and refill your creative well. So yes, I've signed the contract. It's my way of saying my creativity matters enough for me to try. Over the next 12 weeks, I'm going to follow the program and see what happens. And in my next video, I'll be breaking down the specific exercises that we need to do for week 1, including ideas for your artist dates and tips on how to actually get through the tasks. I highly recommend for you to check out the book if you want a deeper dive. But I'll be here to talk about the highlights and what to do for every week. So come along and stay with me to know more about it. I'm really curious to see what's on the other side now that I've finally signed my creativity contract of 2026.